Behavioral questions are becoming more common for interviewers to ask, and they often sound something like, tell me about a time when, or can you give me an example of something?
This is a place, I would say, when we're working with students where they need the most work in their interviewing questions. So to get really detailed about specific small steps that you took to address that problem or to address that task.
We kind of look to our employees to be very self-driven, self-motivated, and independent learners and very resourceful for their own projects. Do you have anything that you can think of that you've completed that falls within those lines?
And there's a standard answer format that employers are looking for this type of question, and we use an acronym called STAR to describe that answer. S is for situation, T is for task, A is for action, and R is for result.
The first is an S, and that stands for situation, that you give a nice setup of the situation or the place that you were working or the context for the example that you're about to share.
I actually did a freelance project for a family friend doing wedding invitations. It was a 3-piece wedding invitation, the invitation, an RSVP card, and an envelope.
The second component of that is the task. What is the problem or the task that you had to address in that situation as it relates to the interview question?
However, the problem that I faced was a very tight budget. They wanted to stay under $250 for 200 envelopes.
The third part of the STAR technique is action, and it's what specific actions or steps did you take to make that problem or task outcome a positive one.
I used a couple of different resources that I knew of to keep the costs down. I went and found some paper resources, did research, was able to buy in bulk and reduce the cost a lot. Instead of going to a printing service like FedEx, I did all the printing at home.
And then last but not least, you want to take it all the way through to what the result was, end result of that scenario. Did you complete the project in time? Did it go well?
And I was able to produce all the invitations under budget, and the client was very pleased with the outcome, the printing, and was very, very happy that the cost was low.
That's great.
What are the specific things that you did in this story, in this scenario?
And they love the design as well?
Yes, of course.
The most important part, yeah. It's good.
Many people will just walk through it as if they're telling the story to a family member or a friend, but in an interview, people need to use skill-oriented language. I communicated, I was organized, I analyzed. Using the words from the job description in the answer is really critical and oftentimes overlooked by students.
I think the best thing for students going into an interview is to feel like they prepared, that they know what they bring to the table, they know what they're getting into, they know why they're a good fit for what they understand the position to be, and to just feel like, you know what, I wouldn't change a thing about my interview.